Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Journal Nest in Australia, and thank you so much for joining me. It is happy times as always, and I'm going to just take you with me as I do some final stitching. Well, it's not final, I never stop, but just I've been busy today, so this is a little session where I'm just going to sit down and have fun with you. I have been working on lots of projects, as you know, and I like to to flip through books and get inspiration often before I stitch or make my journals, watch a YouTube, etc. And I absolutely love the pages of this book. I've showed you it before, and I'll show you the cover again. But everything about it is just joyful for me. And as we stitch and we think about flowers and journal of stitchery and field notes and everything, or even if we're not doing that, some things resonate. So there's my little flower that I think I gain inspiration out of. And this page as well today, I looked at and I thought that's where vessel number 5 is going. So this is Adriana Picker's Blossom book, and she's divided it into seasons, and this is in summer. So just beautiful. So I'm channeling that in the nest. I have with me my nest of supplies, and I wanted to show you that because I have been actually doing some spring cleaning before spring and organizing my pieces, I came across this little piece that I've had for quite a while. I can't remember where I got it from, to be honest, or maybe I haven't had it for a while, but it just showed up today. And when I looked at that photo, not illustration in that beautiful book, I thought this one needs to go on my vessel. So it's beautiful, thin, I don't know what you would call this fabric, but it tears very easily. And those colors, I think, as we get to the embellishing stages, I like to use some braid. I remembered how much I loved this old quilt, and so I've been using that in my vessel. Here's the piece that is left over still from my pin cushions. If you haven't seen that video and want a little project and lots of laughs, that's my flower in the teacup. Not a storm in a teacup, flowers. And so that's my nest of goodies, little bits. It's a little bit of the needlebook from Beck's workshop, etc. So that's what I do. I gather things together, and let's get stitching. I could take you through all the progress so far, but I suppose just to summarize it, I think most of the brown is gone now, and I'm getting the sense of the colors that are predominant in this one. And isn't it funny, if I just go over, this was vessel 2, each one ends up having different highlight colors. That's why I will never stop making them. And you know, if I just talk about this flower here, harvested from a Vinnie's cushion that was $5 ages and ages ago, there is one piece that is still to be used. Look at that. And I haven't ever felt game enough to use that yet, but I do think it does look like a mouth, but it is a flower from a distance, that there might be a time for that. Okay, so we're going to hop straight down and start stitching. And I had a plain piece here, and I'm growing the garden up. I've worked on, since you've seen me, on this vessel, flowers. Look at these for fun little French dots in variegations. Look at that. We might do some of those. But let's start with this. How are you? Sorry, I've just been, because you know how much I love stitching and how much I love sharing it with you. Okay, so the beauty of this now is I just absolutely love working on a project like this because you can never get bored. I forget what I've done, but everything seems to go with each other. So the straps are something that I can always see. I've taken my quilt pieces out to work on it today, and this is a new different variegated piece. Oh, actually, because it's going to show, where am I going to go? Oh, let's try something new. Let's go into the center. Just sort of that then. And stitch the crochet flower on by making a flower upon a flower. Thank you so much for lovely comments, for watching me. I do appreciate it so much, and this is a very significant day for me. So I'm sort of celebrating with a riot of colour, as well as in my journals. Having so much fun with them at the moment that I think it is 5 months to the day when I met Rachel from Roxy Creations, and that it was her encouragement. Oh, look what happens on that inspired me to share my journals first of all, and to start a YouTube channel. And here we are. I feel I've gained so many friends as a result, and I'm in a community like I've never had in my life. So I feel very blessed and grateful, and I'm not going to stop. So because we're over in this star area, let's now anchor that. And go and do a few stitches around this star. So in summary, the vessel started with the blanket and base. My first mission was to cover the brown stripes, and now I'm up to covering or celebrating the bit of yellow blanket and cream that's left. And we'll go down into the center in a minute. I'm just remembering how I used to always start my videos with a bit of Cantha. And why stop now? Let's just go back. So I'm thinking about all the friends I found in Australia and New Zealand. I hate to name the countries because I'll miss one out, and I don't mean to. And in the Northern Hemisphere, in Portugal, in the US, in Canada, in the UK, so many places. Turkey, Greece. South America. I'll start repeating myself. But thank you so much for being with me. And my husband, as I've talked to you, keeps the numbers. He records because he's so wonderful on my journey. And he said, Kate, wouldn't that be amazing? Because I'm getting close to 3,000 subbies. I mean, I say that and I've just got the tingles, sorry, so much. So I've got to do another row. 3,000 people. That's incredible. And he said, wouldn't it be wonderful in this anniversary week if you hit 3,000? I went, oh my gosh, because this has all been a surprise. I truly have got the tingles now. And I love hearing about all the things you're stitching or journaling. And I've discovered so many of us do multiple things. I think that's one of my really big celebrations, that I found that we don't have to stick to one thing, and many of us don't. So that's, look at that, just building up the texture. I love this cotton so much that we'll see where we are on this side. Okay, we're here. So why don't we make, let's see if we can make a feature out of these white squares. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm being very bold and doing 5 rounds, and we'll see what sort of, oh, that's not bad. And where are we going to go? Let's pretend we're playing noughts and crosses. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful 4-ply wool from Little Woolly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I bought to crochet with. But I've decided I like stitching with that, and I like crocheting with 8-ply. So that's another, that's a dream at the moment. Zoe's crocheting with her 8-ply, and it is so beautiful. The variegation. Every square is $1 million. Look, it's just amazing. I've forgotten to think about knots and crosses, and I'm just going anywhere I like until the thread runs out. Yep. Paranoid now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we are. That's a sign the thread ran out of my needle. Hey, look what I found. The benefit of having a teacup is, da-da-da-da, you can have a needle threader underneath it. And I just said to my husband, I'm going down to film, so I just picked up the teacup and brought it with me. So I'm using my pin cushion for needles as well. All right, okay, so let's stop that for a minute, and let's have a ta-da around. What have I done? Oh, there's a little, did I have that on last time? Can't remember. I just love how it's growing, and the texture is, yep, love that. Oh, I did this. This is what I mean, like they become memory vessels, memory nests. This was from the, that's the other piece of the needlebook spare. Or was it in one of the kits? Not sure. Maybe in the kit, I think. But there it is. Here's my quilt, etc. Okay, so let's go down. Let's go around the sides first and see what's been happening. Oh, this, I made a big pop. So I'm just going to trim that off there. Very much like my journals. I love how that's sticking up there. This is, yeah, a big piece that I put on earlier. And I love this gingham, which has again been a real influence of Beck from Sobe, because look at that, my uneven stitching is reminding me of when I was a girl and used to do it like that, and it's multicolour. That's been joined on to this part of the chenille. What else have I got going in here? Oh, I loved doing that. So that's from the cheese factory, the old cheese factory fabric. Just cut the circle out and I'm stitching there. And puckering doesn't matter in this context because it's puckered anyway. Okay, let's go down to the bottom. Okay, how's that? So see the interplay of the ginghams, 2 ginghams here, lots and lots of things still to be put on top of each other. But down here I had this piece of floral, which did have a bit of green, a lot of green, and I'm gradually finding myself covering that over. So I suppose on this piece I'm using more bits of fabric that's patterned than previously, and that's been fun. Now, where did I harvest that piece that I wanted to use? They can belong on here somewhere. I'm thinking about this, but where's my Julie? You probably know where it went to. Quite like that piece as well because that's the hanky I'm using in Field Notes, so I'll remember this time. Okay, that's the scrap. It's my bag. Have to tell you, totally in love with a zippered pouch to hold my cottons in, and I know many have already got that in their needle books. I'll be very sad. What could I have done with that? Oh, did I? No? Did I leave it in the book? No, I'm sitting on it. Okay. See what I'm thinking? I'm trying to grow the garden. This is very, very pink. You can see that, but it won't stay like that. What if we have those 2 tulips leading into this flower? Like that. Yep. I shared before. So this is an unfinished embroidery, like you can still see the marks around there. Okay, so to get myself back over there, actually let's show a little bit more of the pink underneath. See how I've gone quiet? Because this is truly the bit that I love the most. I love all of it, but flower to flower is my favorite. So to get up there, just using a little stitch until we get to the rose. Is it a rose? Who knows? I'm going to put some visible stitching on the side here. It's a very large piece, and to squash sometimes it's not always easy, but always fun. And see, I'm just looking at that shape compared. Can you see that? That embroidery across. So all these sorts of magical things for me happen out of what starts out and may still look like a bit of a messy messy combination, but gradually, and your eye just learns, doesn't it? And we end up just knowing what we like and what feels easier. And if you've watched or are competing in the Field Notes series, I think I'm finding that just fascinating, watching us all, you know, maybe be stretched. I know for me it's a stretch. To be more literal and to stray. Oh, now that's, so this is flower upon flower. Literally. So now that bit of pink still pops, but it's been embellished. Just better check that you can see that, yeah. So this is big for me. Look at that green. But I keep thinking of that page in the book, and they all go together. And this one, that's I'm using that piece in one of my quilt blocks, and I love that I've got it there. So where are we going to go? So at a point like this, we've got a lot of orange, we've got the pink here. I would now start to audition. I do want some of this, it feels like terry chenille, on the base. I also want a little bit of this linen, especially like that, oh, that says line. So of course suddenly Kate wants the whole word line, which might not be practical for this space. But I love let's just go with an E. It's linen, of course. So is there a way, where's my needle now? I'm over here. I don't want to lose that. See, I like that. The E isn't interesting. It's a curiosity. And it's a red that relates to other parts of the quilt. What am I talking about? Vessel. I was just thinking of this material because it's looking at me. So see, there's the red on there, and I've used this somewhere on the outside. Here. So it's a tea towel. Let's go like that. See, this is where you can go as quickly as you like or really think about it. I know that that's, what am I trying to say? I know that many times I won't think about that little E, but there'll be other times when I'm taking my work out, I'll go, oh yeah, remember that. Love the raggy, and I love that this white will relate to that. Sorry about the creak. I feel like sometimes my son's old study table is saying it's had enough. But I have reorganized and I'm very happy. And we'll just come out here. That's the base. See, it's still got the brown around it. Do an extra stitch there. And then pull this out. Okay. I'll keep working on this later because I can't stop. So things I've got in mind is this, but I'd love to do a little bit of embroidery to finish. Oh, I know. I'm finding this was a tablecloth too light. I mean, it doesn't look too light there, does it? But I'd like to see if I can do something with that. And I did thread up. This was in Zoe's Green Door kit. Would she have said it was old saris? I don't know, but it's a beautiful colour. I don't know how easy it will be to stitch with, so let's just give it a go because this is my needlebook scrap. It's just reminding me of, it's a little time away now that we had those days. Oh. Now if I have to wrestle too much, I will give up. Maybe it's just me getting used to it. Okay, so that's fine there. So I'm going to leave an end. I probably need to change my needle and have not such a wide thing at the top, but I sort of need that to get the thread through. Okay. What could I do, everyone? Just pull hard, okay, yeah. Here we go. I'm going to take, maybe this will help. There's a very big end on there. What I was thinking is I'd like to make big, bold cross stitches. But I'm also realizing that this cotton I'm into isn't linen. Better make sure they don't just fall straight out. It's also the fun of texture, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be worth it. I'm getting better. Develop the finger muscles. Oh. But I love, look at this interplay of crosses and fencing here. I mean, this is so much easier to get through. So I can just feel it instinctively. So let's come up this way. And because the thread is behaving for me, let's make a flower here. Oh, that's my teacup. Because this vessel is so large, it's knocked it over onto something. So I really hope you've been making things that make you happy. I know a few of you have said that you're going to make some more vessels or nests. I organised my room and I thought I need at least three more. I've sort of worked out that my first beige one, natural coloured one, is good for my papers, but all my projects are bigger than that, so I'm going to go to the middle size. This large one is just for a specific project, so I won't do these as large as this. Again, hooked on the crochet. There we go. There's one flower. For that time invested, that's worth it to me, because we've got cross stitch down here. I'm going to do some crosses. These will keep growing all over here. I'm going to do some circles around here, I think. I just keep looking and looking and looking and get so excited to have this time to stitch and to make, like, who would have thought making something like this would be so much fun. So whatever you're making, I hope you're getting joy from it. So this is Kate in the Nest saying until next time, enjoy your flowers. I wish I'd kept that page open. Yeah, we'll just put that there for me to remember those colours that went with this. Okay, till next time, bye for now.